Hi, welcome to your mat. My name's Lori and I'll be guiding you through this 35-minute express yoga practice. So glad you were able to get to your mat today. Hope you are doing well in your home during this stay home at order. So let's get started. We are going to start on our backs in Supta Baddha Konasana or reclined butterfly pose. So coming to your back, bottoms of your feet are together. Knees can relax open to the outer edges of the mat. You bring your left hand to your heart, your right hand to your belly. Eyes can go closed. And you can begin to just allow the body to settle into the earth here. We'll start with 2 cleansing breaths, breathing in through the nose, deep breath. Chest lifts, ribs expand, belly fills. Pause at the top and open mouth, exhale, release. Inhale through the nose, chest lifts. Really fill the lungs and the belly. Pause at the top, open mouth, exhale. Releasing into the earth below. And then begin to notice the breath as it moves in and out of the nostrils. Begin to lengthen the breath, drawing it. Long inhales through the nose. Lips are softly closed, and exhale through the nose as well. You can begin to increase the volume of the breath, constricting the back of the throat, dragging the breath in, exhaling it through closed lips as if you're fogging up a mirror, bringing some volume to that breath so you can draw mind's eye to the breath and away from perhaps the clutter that's going on in the mind. Couple more breaths. Eyes can come open. Draw knees in towards each other and then pull them into the chest. Wrap your arms around the shins and then rock from side to side, just pressing low back into the mat. And you can set feet down here and moving through just a couple supine cat and cows. So inhale, arch the back, keeping hip bones grounded onto the earth. Really arch the back, pressing it up towards the ceiling. Shoulder blades are also plugging into the earth and sliding towards your heels. Exhale, press low back into the earth, really flattening it out, tilting the tail, but keeping everything grounded onto the earth. Continue with your breath. Inhale, arch. Exhale, flatten. Inhale, arch. Exhale, flatten. Inhale. And exhale. Let's take feet straight up to the ceiling. We're going to continue to warm up from the inside out, activating our core. Hands can go behind the head, clasping fingers maybe lightly behind the head. Right leg stays up towards the ceiling. Legs are towards straight. They don't have to be perfectly straight. Left leg lowers, so legs are in an L. Left heel is reaching towards the front of your mat. Heel is hovering off of the mat, although you can set it down, but a little more core engagement by keeping it hovered. Inhale, pull belly down to the spine. Exhale, lift chin and chest straight up to the ceiling. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, pull the belly in towards the spine. Continue inhaling and lowering, exhaling, lifting chest straight up to the ceiling. We have 3 more, 2 more, and last one. Good, both legs go up. You can bring the knees in, give a little squeeze, pressing low back into the earth. And then legs go back up once again. This time right heel drops, and we'll continue on this side. So inhale, pulling belly in. Exhale, lift chin and chest. Elbows stay out to the side walls. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale. Continue matching the movement with your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. We got 3 more. 2 and 1. Good. Both legs up. Bring the knees into the chest. And then begin to rock and roll front to back. We're going to move into downward facing dog here. So use your momentum. You can cross your feet at the top of your mat, plant the hands, step the legs back, and settle into that downward facing dog. So pressing hands firmly into the mat, fingers are spread wide, and then bending one knee and then the other. And then bending both knees deeply so they almost touch the mat. Tilt the hips upward, the tailbone rises, and then press legs back, working towards straight legs. Heels relax towards the earth. Give the head a little shake. Take a deep breath in and out. Another breath in and out. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. Take some steps forward, moving into a ragdoll, feet are hip width apart. Knees can be bent here early in your practice. Allow head to hang heavy, allowing gravity to draw the crown of the head down towards earth. Arms can reach towards opposite elbows, just to add a little bit of weight to lengthen the vertebrae. Maybe a swing from side to side or front to back, or perhaps stillness is what you need here. Good. Release those hands down. Toe heel, the feet together. Inhale to a half lift. It's a flat back, crown and tail. Reach in opposite directions. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep arms up all the way to Mountain Urdhva Hastasana. Plugging feet in, lifting kneecaps. Taking elbows out to cactus arms here. Inhale, lift the chest high. Inhale, reach high. twisting to the right. Right arm reaches back, left arm reaches forward. And then continue to draw right hip towards the front of the mat. It tends to want to open up here. But this is really a twist from the top of the hips all the way through the shoulders and the neck. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, twist to the left. Gaze can be back at the back thumb. Left hip draws forward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to your high plank. You can also drop your knees here and then lower all the way to the belly. Tops of the feet plug into the mat. Inhale, lift just chin and chest for cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, flip the toes, move through your knees or press to high plank, and then downward facing dog. So we will move through that Sun A, 1 breath per movement. Start by taking a breath in and out. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Step or hop forward for a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise and reach. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist open to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, lower all the way to the belly or halfway to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, draw chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in and out. Inhale, look to the top of your mat, step or hop forward, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, mountain. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open twist to the right. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open twist to the left. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. Move through your flow, knowing that you can always skip this flow and move right back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. One more inhale and exhale. Inhale, look to the top of your mat, step forward for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to chair pose, Utkatasana. So we sit our hips back, knees are bent. We can come up, bring hands to heart center as we settle into the legs. We draw our hips back. Weight is in the heels. Belly is pulled in. We pull our belly button up to low ribs to take the sway out of low back. And then you can express your arms, reaching them high, but shoulders are relaxed and open. Hands come to heart center here. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, revolved chair. Left elbow comes outside of right knee. Continue to sit the hips back, weight is still in the heels. One more breath in. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, back to chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, picking up the left foot, step back long behind you. We're setting up our warrior one legs. So right knee is over right ankle. Back foot heel has spinned flat, so it is in contact with the earth. And then begin to hover the hands, airplaning them back just to square the torso to the mat. And then inhale, rise to your warrior one. Drawing left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. Squeezing inner thighs towards each other. Take our hands to our low back here, pressing knuckles down towards the earth, a little up dog chest, and then begin to hinge at the hips, hovering torso over that front thigh, or moving off to about a 45-degree angle into humble warrior. Right shoulder presses into right knee, crown of the head releases to the earth, fingertips reach towards the ceiling up above. Release the hands down inside of the right foot. Spin back, heel up, and then we're moving into runner's lunge here. So you can walk front toes to the front right corner of the mat, and then allow just a breath here for hips to begin to sink towards the earth, and then release back, knee and foot, top of the foot releases into the mat. And you can stay here up on tall arms. You can also come to forearms. If you have a block or a towel, you can also release forearms onto that surface. And then bring breath and attention to the hips, just allowing them to sink towards the earth. Keeping the left forearm grounded. If you're on forearms, you can take that right hand and just gently coax the knee open to the right side of the room, rotating up onto the outer right edge of the right foot. You can bring a twist into it by looking over right shoulder. And bringing that knee back in. Toe heel that foot back towards the center of the mat, and then begin to shift hips to the back for half split. Toes begin to reach up towards the ceiling. You can keep hips lifted up off of the back heel. Really plug into the right heel into the earth, and then draw right hip back. You'll feel an opening through the back side of the right leg. Releasing through the shoulders and the jaw. Walk those hands back forward. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, planting the hands on the earth or on a block. Press into right leg, lifting into standing splits. So left toes are pointing down towards the earth. Right leg is moving towards straight. And you can stay here or challenge the balance by taking one or both hands to the standing ankle. The left glute a little squeeze to lift that leg maybe a touch higher. Good, you can release both hands and then plant right hand to the top right hand corner of the mat. And then begin to angle left toes upward. We're moving into half moon pose, opening the chest and the pelvis to the left side of the room. And then left arm begins to reach high. We're opening up through left lower ribs, really trying to angle those up towards the ceiling. You can challenge your balance by taking your gaze up to left thumb. Gently bend right knee. Step left foot back long behind you, moving into warrior two. So set up your warrior two legs here, tracking right knee to the outside pinky toe side of the right foot. Left leg is pressing towards the front of the mat. Gaze is over front fingers. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, side angle pose. Right elbow can come to right thigh, or the hand can reach down to the earth, helping to keep that knee tracking to the outer edge of the mat. Left fingers are reaching high towards the ceiling. Taking the right hip and tucking it underneath. On a big inhale, sweep to reverse warrior. Legs stay where they're at, but right fingertips reach high to the earth. Gaze can be up at your palm or down at your back ankle. Take a breath in. Exhale, cartwheel those hands down. Step right foot back next to left. Lower to chaturanga or to your belly. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and out. One more in and release. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Step forward for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, back to chair pose. You were here once before, so settling back into our chair, knees are drawing together. You can also keep a hip distance width up between the feet if low back needs a little more space. Notice where the weight is. Shift it into the heels if it's not there. Good, hands come to heart center. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, low chair twist to the left. Right elbow comes outside of right knee. Stay for an inhale and the exhale. Inhale, back to chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, picking up the right foot, stepping it back long behind you. Virabhadrasana 1 on this side. So warrior 1 legs. Plugging into the back foot. Hovering those hands, reaching them back, squaring the torso to the mat. And then inhale to your warrior 1. Pressing firmly through that back foot allows you to bend maybe a little deeper into the front knee. And check your shoulders here. Perhaps draw that left shoulder back and the right one forward so you're really squaring them to the front. Hands can come to the base of the spine. Clasping the hands, press palms together. Draw the knuckles down towards the earth. Lifting heart center upward. And then on an exhale, begin to fold over the front thigh. Again, you can stay right here or move to humble warrior by dipping left shoulder inside of left knee. Crown of the head releases to the mat. Call on the breath here. Continue to really press left heel into the earth. Release the hands inside of the left foot, lifting back heel, moving into runner's lunge on this side. You can toe heel left foot towards the left upper corner of the mat. And then we drop the back knee. And again, this side might be different than the others. You might need or want to stay on tall arms here, or perhaps sink a little deeper on this side, coming to forearms. You can always, again, settle your arms on a black or a rolled up towel, a stack of books, whatever you have in your home. Notice where you might be holding some tension. It might be in the jaw. Relax the shoulders. Release the head. You can take that left hand to the left knee and allow it just to open it up, rotating on the outer left side of the foot. You can bring the twist into it by looking over left shoulder. Releasing the knee, bringing that foot back towards center. We begin to shift our hips to the back of the mat. Toes angle up towards the ceiling. We draw left hip back and right hip nudges forward. Again, really press left heel into the mat as you draw the hip back towards the body. Walking hands back forward. Tuck the back toes to lift the back knee, and then plant the hands, moving into standing split. On the side, left leg grounds down into the earth, right heel floats, toes are angled down. And again, you might want to challenge your balance here by taking one or both hands to the standing ankle. Release those hands down. Moving into half moon pose, left hand comes to maybe that block or towel once again, or the earth, and then begin to open up hips to the right side of the room. Toes begin to angle up, and then right arm reaches high, half moon pose. Opening up through the chest, through the pelvis. Gently bend that front knee, stepping right foot back long behind you, moving into warrior two. So set up your warrior two legs on this side, really plugging into the outer edge of the back foot, drawing left knee to the pinky toe side on this side. And then open up chest to the right side wall. And then take gaze over those fingers in front. Feeling left hip tuck under, right inner thigh presses towards the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, side angle pose. Left hand draws down to the earth as right hand actively reaches to the ceiling above. You can also settle left forearm onto the left thigh, but make it light if you do. On an inhale, big sweeping motion, keeping legs right where they're at, left arm reaches high. Feel the stretch through the left hip pointer all the way to the fingertips. Left side body is open. Take an inhale. Exhale, cartwheel those hands down, moving through your flow, stepping that left foot back. Meet me back in downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And a breath out. One more breath in and out. Look to the top of your mat, step forward for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Sweeping all the way up to Urdhva Hastasana, mountain. Exhale into your chair once again. sweeping arms behind you, airplane those arms in, come up on tiptoes for drinking bird, shining chest forward, opening up through collarbones. Good, inhale, reach high. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Take a breath here. Good, moving into a balanced pose. We're gonna move into tree this morning. So begin by rooting down into the feet. We'll root down into the right foot, maybe a little bit more than the left. Left knee begins to become light. We're pulling it up to hip height. And then open that knee over to the left side. And then decide where the foot needs to go. Maybe it's the ankle, it could be the inner thigh, or the calf. And then we're gonna move into a little twist. So arms are gonna come out to the sides, palms are face up, and then begin to twist the body over to the raised knee. Coming back to center, hands come back to heart center, and release that foot down. Good, moving over to the other side, grounding down into the left foot, right knee lifts hip height, opens up to the right side of the room, and then again, decide where you're gonna plant the leg on this side. It might be different than it was on the other side. Find your steady, settle your gaze. Draw left hip in towards the center. It tends to want to shift outwards. And then moving to that twist on this side. Arms are out, palms are up. Then we begin to twist open over to the raised leg. Continue to press through the standing leg, strong, rooting down into earth. Come back to center. Release that hand down or that leg down, hands come to heart center. Inhale, sweep high. Exhale into your chair. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, power chair, sit the hips back, reach arms long. Belly is hovering over the thighs, hips are drawing to the back of the mat. Fingers are actively reaching forward, biceps by the ears. Find your breath here in this difficult, engaging pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, move through your flow. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Last downward dog of the practice, and just notice how this one feels differently than when you started today. Relax the heels down. Really press the earth away with the thumb and index finger and release the head. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. One more in. Open mouth, exhale. Look to the top of your mat, step forward, and then come onto your seat and all the way down onto your back. So legs go long out in front of us. We're gonna finish with just a supine twist here before our final pose. So draw both knees up, knees are above the hips. Arms can cactus or go out long to the side. And then let's drop those knees over to the left side, plugging into right shoulder. Gaze can be up or over to the right side. The knees come back to center. And then drop them over to the right side. Relax the knees down. Gaze can move over to the left side. Plugging left shoulder blade into the mat. The knees back to center. Draw them into the chest. Wrap your arms around them. Give yourself a big squeeze. Draw forehead to knees. Take a deep breath in here. Open mouth, exhale, release into your Shavasana pose. Legs go wide, toes relax open, palms are face up. And then just take a few moments of rest here, releasing completely into the mat. Head is heavy on the earth. Jaws release, tongue is soft. And release the breath. Begin to draw in a long breath here. Release the exhale and begin to wiggle the toes and the fingers. Draw the knees in towards the body and then roll over onto the right side for a moment here in seedling pose. And here, take a moment for a thought of gratitude for someone or something that you are thankful for. And then you can begin to press yourself up to a cross-legged seated position. Draw hands to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me today and taking a little bit of time out of your busy day to get to your mat. So we're gonna finish with a deep breath in through the nose. So draw that in now. Open at mouth, exhale, release it. Bowing forward. Namaste. Thanks everybody. Have a great day.